Okay, so let's make the paper fastener switch so we've got more control over the LED turning on and off. So we know we complete the circuit by simply bridging the gap with something made from metal. The paper clip is made from metal. So what we're able to do is complete the circuit if we touch these two together, one with one end and one the other end of the paper clip. But the shape of the paper clip is such that it's not really very convenient. Holding it like that just isn't accurate enough for what we want. So what I'm going to do is this. Perhaps you've already come up with this idea. I'm going to try and bend the paper clip out, bend the fastener out, and try some different shapes. I mean, if it doesn't work with one fastener, let's just try another one. But here we go. Well, I want to try and pivot one end of it and then rotate it like that to turn it on and off. And really that's very like the symbol for a switch in the first place, isn't it? You've got this pivot part which allows you to move a moving contact on and off. So very like the symbol for a switch. In order to do it, I need to hook the one end of it under an elastic band. Now you'll see one end of the battery's flat, the other end's got a bump. I'm going to use the flat end to make the pivot. And if you try this, you'll realise it does work better on the flat end. So you see what I've done there? I've just used a little bit of force, because the metal of the paper fastener is very soft, a little bit of force to make a hook on one end of the fastener. Well, that little hook can go under the elastic band, and there it is in place. Well, I don't like that idea with this sprung up in the air, but let's just see if it works. Now I'll have to press that, but it's at the moment it's nowhere near the end of the battery, but we'll just give it a chance. Look, let's have a go. Yeah, it does work, but it's not really working the way I want it to. So what I'm going to do is bend it down further like that, and then like that. So now this strange sort of shape is much better for touching this end of the battery always, but it's better for moving at that end. Now I don't want it sticking up in the air, so let's try this. Look, let's try moving that elastic band back. First of all, we'll try hooking it under the elastic band like this. Look, now at the moment it's on all of the time because it's just being held on, but if I just rotate it that way a little bit, it's moved it away and it's turned off. Let's push it back again. There it is, on. Move it away again. There it is, off. Now that's rather awkward to hold on to, so I'm going to bend that one up. Well, now that I've bent that little part up on it, it's really easy to pick it up and move it. So there is one version of the switch. There it goes. The key to it is this end here, which is keeping it in position all the time. There we are. There we are. So let's take that one out and try a slightly different version. So let's pivot it again. This time what we'll do is look, we'll try much further. We'll do our little hook there, look. There it goes. And I might just get away with it. We'll hook that underneath, just like before. And this time, what's going to happen, hopefully, is that the very large metal head of the fastener can touch. So let's give it a go. There we go. Let's just put that on there. Move it there. There it goes. There it goes. And again, you can just bend that up a little bit just to make it a bit easier for you to grab hold of the end. So there's a normal sort of on-off switch. What if you wanted to do Morse code, flashing it on and off? Well, let's change things again. So what we'll do now is maybe, let's see, hook it out of the elastic band, change the position of the elastic band. Let's have a look. Maybe put one piece of the elastic band, one limb of the elastic band on one side and the other limb on the other. We're a bit twisted up here, so it's going to just take a bit to separate them. There we go. Right, let's try it again then. In we go. perhaps a bit further back this time. A little bend there. So what I'm going to do now is hook it under one limb of the elastic band. Let's have a go. And the elastic band is very well twisted here. Right, here we're nearly there. We're nearly there. So at the moment it's sort of keeping it on all the time, but I want to be able to press it, and that means we've got to make a gap. So let's just move that elastic band yet again further back and lift it up just a little bit. We're getting there. Phew! So there it is bent, so it's touching the fastener, and now hopefully well, you can try all sorts of different shapes. I'm sure you'll come up with a design that suits what you're trying to do. But basically, it's a question of using the elastic bands to hold the paper fastener in position while you get the type of switch that you want, or the effect that you want from a particular design of switch. So that's like a momentary action switch. It's not on, keep it pressed, it is on, take your finger off, it turns back off again. Whereas the other switch, which pivoted across, can turn it on and leave it switched on. So each switch would be, have its own use. Maybe you could make a switch where both of those things were possible from the same shape of paperclip. So nice little thing to experiment with. Let's see what you can come up with when you do your switch design.